My love for music started at a very, very, very young age. So young that I really just don't remember when. I started making my own music. First song I made when I was like 12, 13 years old with my uncle and my aunt. They showed me how to write music and, what was good to have, what was not good to have as far as like sonically how it sounded. And at the age of 14, I got a summer job, saved up all my money, and I started putting money together for purchasing my own studio computer, mics, programs, and I ended up buying it myself. And from then to now, I've just been writing and perfecting my craft as far as singing. And my favorite sound of music to create is R&B, but I do rap, and I write pop, and I'll write any genre. It depends on how I feel and what I feel gets the message across the best. So, but my preference is R&B and hip hop. Have I ever had a moment where I felt like quitting? Yes, every day, to this day, because you always want to get to that next step. Something my mom just told me the other day, probably I think it was yesterday. She told me, she was like, "Well, what makes you happy?" And I was like, "Progression." And she was like, "Progression is not a state of mind. Progression is something that happens over time. So if progression is what makes you happy, and progression happens only in moments of time, then your happiness will only be in moments of time." So even though I do feel like quitting, or I be discouraged more so, every day when you wake up and you like, I'm not where I want to be. You just got to turn that discouragement into a drive, which pushes you to get to where you're trying to go. Highest point in my career right now, it's a hard question to answer, because you can have high points as far as I feel like you can have high points as far as your career. You can have high points as far as like, a show that you did, or what music you made, or who you met, or who you made a relationship with. And I have great moments in each of those. To keep it simple, the most exciting thing I've done was I opened for K-Camp in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with Corey Piper. That was like the first time I actually did like concert type stage, and it was fun. It was great, and it just felt like it was like a surreal moment, because it was like, dude, we all from Milwaukee. Now they do this already, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting into it, but for me it was just like, yo, like I'm backstage with people who from where I'm from, and you know what I'm saying, it's a crowd out there waiting for us to come out, and I can peek out and I can see the crowd out there. That was more exciting for me than actually being on the stage, because it just felt like a milestone, something that because I've been on stage, but what I haven't been is backstage with quality people who make quality, who have some type of stamp in the industry right now. So when it comes to chasing your dreams or whatever, I did move out to LA. I moved out to LA. At the time, I was out there with Quentin. He's a musician from here. He plays everything. He was married to my cousin at the time, and they asked me to come out there because me and him used to make music together. I moved out there, and just how the living arrangement was, and how the relationships between everybody was going. It was just a better decision for me to leave. So I left, but before I left, I ended up meeting this guy. And I ended up finding interest with his record label. I wanted to sign to it. I'm young at the time. I'm not thinking about what a record deal entails, and I'm just excited, like, oh, I'm gonna sign this deal and be good. But I left. I signed it, and then I left. And while I was back here, they, stayed in contact with me, like, hey, you need to come back out here, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up having to buy my own ticket to go back. That it was like almost that next year. I left from out there, and we left from out there in like March, and I went back at the end of August. And when I was out there, I was like basically stranded. I didn't have any car. I didn't have money for food, none of that. Like, I literally had family here who would like send me money just so I was able to survive out there. And I was staying an hour and 30 minutes away from LA in some random house that the label just wanted me to be in, because it was convenient for me to be in the area. So they just threw me where they could, and I had to walk 2 miles to get my food every day. And it was just like, it was crazy. And I was making music, you know, I went to celebrity basketball games, I met celebrities and stuff like that, but it just wasn't a good fit for me. A lot of the stuff that they weren't doing for me, which was a lot, I was able to do myself. And me signing to the label was a good thing and a bad thing. It was a bad thing because I got messed over as far as like what I thought it was gonna be. But I also learned from the situation, because a lot of the stuff I was able to do, I learned that I need to do this myself. And luckily, I signed some paper on a very, very small level, so that when I get to a big level, I'm already in the mindset of doing everything myself, where I won't have to worry about signing everything away just because I think that I just want a deal. I want to just be signing somebody. Yeah. So I'm not signing under anyone. I would do partnerships with people. I would do manager deals or distribution, but I cannot see myself like signing under someone unless it has to make sense. Like, it has to make so much sense. It's not even about money. Most people just be like, oh, I get $1 million contract, I'm straight. Like, I need to own my masters. That's one. You see everybody out here getting messed up. I need to own my masters. It's so many things behind the scenes that it's like, it's not even about how much money they gonna give me. I take a $600,000 deal over $1 million deal if the $600,000 deal make more sense. You feel what I'm saying? If it gives me more creative freedom, if it's not raping me in the sense of all of my creativity and me being a physical business as a human being. Like, if that's not the case, then that's when I'm willing to sign something. But if you're just trying to, like, we need your masters, we need to control when you release your music, we need to control what material you're putting out, we need to control what you can say and what you can't say. Like, I can't do all that. I can't do all that control stuff. Nah. The latest project I have out right now is Tater EP. That is my second project that I released the right way. Well, this is the first project I released the right way, but it's my second project. I really enjoy this project. This project is really dope. It's 100% mine, so it's lit. It has a nice message in there. Different songs, different messages. It's just a whole mixture of things. It's not one of those albums where it's like a whole story full through. It's just different parts of my personality that I implemented into the project. I am working on a new project that's going to be coming out. I don't nobody know about, you know what I mean, which y'all know now. So it's going to be cracking too. Y'all going to see that. Y'all going to be like, oh, this guy is lit. Yeah, so... but yeah, I'm working on some new stuff right now, and I got some videos that's getting ready to drop soon. So I started making my own beats, but I more so try to do that for a hobby until I really get good at it. So usually I got a couple producers, Jamal and Ganja. They from Korea. They are dope. I hit them up often for beats. I got my guy Penny. Penny Beats, he's dope. I hit him up because he puts his vibes together the way I put my music together, so everything just match up perfectly. When it comes to my writing process, so usually I turn the beat on. I like to record by myself. I don't like having a lot of people around because I feel like when I have a lot of people around, they're gonna sway my message. I want to see what reacting to what I'm saying. If it's not, they're not reacting enough, I need to change or blah blah blah. I don't want that. I want to really just speak from within me what message I want to say, regardless of if it's cool or lit or not. So I listen to the beat, I find me a rhythm, and then I freestyle everything. So I'm just off the top of the head with the melodies, with the rhythms, with the words, straight off top. And yeah, so I just go in there and do it like that, put my harmonies in there, get cracking. So I think, like, I'm trying to save the most I can. I'm more so concerned with quality, and I'm concerned with how much I can get done, saving the most money. Now, a lot of people will look at, because I built this studio myself, so a lot of people might look at this and be like, oh, this cost you a lot of money. You spent a lot of money on doing this, bro. Man, I can't do that. I'd rather just go such and such studio when I need to make songs spend $30. You know what I mean? But think about your career in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? I plan on having longevity in the game, so I have to learn how to use this stuff. And I appreciate, you know, the old me routes that I took to get to this point, because then when I get on the level that I'm trying to be, I can have a studio in my house and save money then too, because the higher you get in the game, the higher the costs go. Like, I tried to hit up this, not a producer, he's a engineer who, he mixed, what's the name of that? The Chocolate Box for Jeremiah, because I love the way the Chocolate Box sound, production-wise. Dude, I'm talking 1500, 2000, 3000. You get up there with the mixing and mastering stuff when you start getting a name for yourself. So it's better for you to have the experience of mixing it and taking time to invest in yourself. Yeah, so building my own studio. Those are investments I made. Whenever it's time for me to do shows, I make deep investments, because it also pushes me to make sure I bring my A game. If I'm spending anywhere from 500 to a G for something, I need to make sure I'm showing up and I'm showing out. I can't be spending that much money and then not getting the bang for my buck. My voice. My voice. I know how to play the piano a little bit, but you know, that's more so just for melodies and thinking of different type of ways I can go with the music. But more so just my voice. I plan on learning piano, like for real, being able to actually play. So I use Pro Tools 12. Should have stayed with 10, so I could have kept my plugins, but I got 12, and that's what I use right now. That's my dog. You wanna know something? My goal is for me to make that statement in my career at some point. It ain't gotta be forever, you know, but at some point that's something that I'm gonna have. Places to perform, I'm gonna be everywhere. I don't mentally worry myself on where I'm gonna perform, because I don't feel like any of that would be something that would be taken away from me. But there are a couple artists that I really want to work with. Like, I really want to do a project. I ain't even finna put my idea out there. I can't do it, because somebody gonna do it before me. Whether it's Tory or Chris Brown, because they always beat me to punches because they already where I'm trying to go. So I ain't even gonna put my idea into the universe. Matter of fact, I'ma do it, and this is why I'ma do it. I'ma do it because if I do, and they see the video, and this video already been out, if they do it, it's gonna be like, yeah, I said it first. So my idea is, I want to take all the artists from when I was growing up and make a single album where I can put those artists in their own element, and I can just be on that song with them. Just like, it'd be like that childhood dream where you hear one of your favorite rappers or singers making music, and you like, man, I wish I was able to make that song with them. So like Ludacris, Missy Elliott, Ja Rule, even though people ain't really feeling them right now, 50, of course Chris Brown, Neo, T-Pain. Man, I can keep going. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, man, you know, just a lot of people, Jay-Z, Kanye, a lot of people just you grew up listening to. I just want to put all of them on like one like on some DJ Khaled stuff. But DJ Khaled take artists and he had them make the songs that he want. I want to make songs that they would have made in their prime and just feature on it with them. But it's gonna be my album. That's it. I'm trying to remember, because I've always sang at church, but church was other people's music. So my first show performing my song, I was in LA. My first time performing was in LA. It wasn't even here. And it's crazy. My first show was actually a showcase for the label that I was signed to at the time. And when I first started, I didn't even start with my song. I just started singing, and I went around the room, and I was singing to every female in there, and I went around and just sang. And after I sang, it just I didn't know how long I was singing, but I was just singing to all of them. And next thing you know, the DJ was like, "Hey, it's such and such birthday in here. Could we have you sing happy birthday to her?" And then I went over and I started singing happy birthday to her. And then the host, the dude was the host. He was like, "Hey, this ain't he ain't like he was low key hating. He was like, this ain't he ain't no Justin. No, did he say Justin Timberlake? He was like, he called me somebody. It was somebody who wasn't black. He called me somebody who was popular. I can't think. I think it was Justin Timberlake. Like, he was telling me like I shouldn't be singing all these people. So that was kind of crazy. And then I went into my song, but that was my first show. My first show was out in LA. So I think that's good. Like, that's something that sit with me, that my first show wasn't even in my hometown. And when I started out, at least for the first minute and 50 seconds, I wasn't even singing with a beat. I was just straight singing, no music, nothing, straight acapella, and I was going around the whole floor and everything. So funniest, well, it ain't funny. It was just kind of like, what? Like, so when I was in LA, I went to this celebrity party, right? Our PR got us in. We in there. It's like one of those big old hedges around the whole party. So we in there, getting it cracking. It's a lot of different celebrities in there. I seen Nick Cannon, Columbus Short, Slim Johnson, who played Black Jesus. That's my dad favorite show. So I went. So I'm nervous at first because my music ain't really popping like that. And at the time, and so I went up to Slim Johnson like, "Yo, what's up?" Because I wasn't even there. I ain't trying to get nothing for me. I'm trying to just look out for family. So I know my dad would have been happy for me to have this video. So I walked up to Slim Johnson. I'm like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" He was like, "What's going on, bro? What's going on?" He ain't say bro. He did this word. He's like, "What's going on, bro?" He's like, "Hey, you got some more, you got some." I'm like, nah, I ain't got nothing. And I was like, "Hey, can we do a video real quick?" He was like, for sure. And it was for my dad, so he did the video for my dad. And after that, I seen Columbus Short. Now that's my dude because Stump the Yard. I even bought that on DVD, and I was like young. Like, I'm spending money that I'm working hard for as a kid. Buy this DVD, man. I walked up to him, and I was like, "Hey, can you do a video for me, just saying what's up?" He was like, "I'm gonna come back after I get my drink." Y'all know what that is. So that kind of disappointed me. I don't watch Stump the Yard no more. Skip all that. You ain't watching it. Nope, not doing it. Nope, can't. Anyway, got to Neo. Now, that meant more to me than Columbus Short. Columbus Short was just some old fan stuff, like, "Oh, I like that movie." But with Neo, it was like, "Oh, he's songwriting, he's doing what I want to be doing." I actually follow him. Like, I follow him. So I like, this is for real for me. So I get up to him, complete opposite of Columbus Short in that whole situation. Like, he was like, I was like, "Hey, Neo, can I get a picture with you real quick?" He was like, "Man, I'm finna slide up out of here." And then he was, all right, real quick. So I had my guy who was over the label at the time, the CEO or whatever. I was like, "I need you to take a picture for me real quick." He's like, "Boy, I ain't your photographer, bro. I ain't your photographer." Tripping, bro. Like, straight tripping. Like, come on, man. If I'm your artist, what is we talking about? We trying to look good, you feel me? But I really wanted this picture. So he took the picture of us, whatever, and I still got the picture. Like, that was my joint. Like, that was my whole joint. So the funny part is, after I done did all that, I'm good for the night. Me meet Neo was me straight for the night. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to this chick, and we sitting over there chopping it up, blah blah blah. Next thing I feel, big arm. Now mind you, at the time I was like 350. I felt an arm go like this to me and say, "Watch out," and slid me across grass. Like, so I'm like, I'm ready to fight. As soon as I turn around, big towering, like, "Excuse me, bro." Walk past. So before I can even say nothing, right behind him, Fabulous come in. And I was just like, I know it's Fabulous, but at the same time, like, bro, you ain't have to push me like that, dog. Like, we all cool here. You could have just been like, "Hey, excuse me," and I would have just stepped aside. Don't try to slide me across the grass. You know what I'm saying? So, that was like the most lit thing that happened. Getting bullied by Fabulous security guards. Yeah, that was like the best thing in my life. Y'all can find me on YouTube, Facebook at P-Tay, Twitter, P-Tay, Instagram, Purple Tay, PURPL_TAE. Follow your boy. Got plenty videos coming. I got plenty music coming. All quality things. R&B king. Feel what I'm saying?
I'm going to let them all introduce themselves, but they're all pretty hot Milwaukee artists. So I'm going to let you go first and give them your social media and who you are.
Well, my name is Sean Millions. I'm from San Diego, California, but raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I mean? A dope, you know what I mean? 22-year-old artist, you know what I mean? But my social media is Twitter at Sean Millions, SHUNMILLIONS, all capital letters, you know what I mean? Instagram, same thing. Facebook, Sean Mendez or Sean Millions. SoundCloud, Sean Millions, but we replaced the S with a $sign for the first and last that she did. And yeah, that's about it. So,
what's good? Happy 414 day. I go by the name of Jay Lamo. You can follow me at All Day Lamo everywhere.
I ain't nobody. I'm Genesis Renji.
I ain't by the mic.
Yeah, that's it. My social media is Genesis Renji everywhere. GENESIS RENJI. Google, all streaming platforms, even SoundCloud, even though they don't pay me. So yeah.
Monetization.
I'm Mo City. You can find me everywhere at Mo City SW. I'm a rapper from Milwaukee.
Big Gemini.
You know, Big Gemini.
Yeah.
Sherrod Sloan, formerly known as Pizzle. You can follow me at the Fake Pizzle on all social media.
My name's Spades, that's spelled SPAIDEZ. You can follow me on Instagram at official_King Spades.
Cam, at is Cam with B is silent.
My name is Niall. Got a couple of weird ways to pronunciate, or at least follow my name. On Twitter, it's Niall X. Instagram is Niall X Niall. And on my streaming platforms, it's NILE_. I'm going to get that fixed, but yeah, for right now, it's NILE_.
Don't mess it up, period. And then you guys can follow me as well. It's called To Sit With Brit on my YouTube page. Subscribe, follow, definitely comment. We want to hear what y'all got to say. As well as my Instagram and my Twitter. They're both _Brittany C. So it's BRITT, 2 T's, A and I. Don't put a Y because I'll kill y'all. And put a C at the end. So y'all can follow me there. You can also follow me on my business Instagram at _ASWBRITT. That means To Sit With Brit. All right? And I'm super geeked to have y'all. Some of y'all kind of perform. And we still await one other person. So, as far as the people that performed so far, I'm going to start with you, Spades. How do you feel about your performance? You did great. You hit
The
the
energy was awesome, man. I was loving it. When I went on, people praised me with great graces, and people were singing along to the songs, so that was great love to let me know the songs are out here. And yeah, man, hits is on the way.
Bet. And then as far as you now,
I tried the whole new set tonight of new music.
that's dope.
Plenty of people was rocking with just everything from from the beginning to end. So I enjoyed it, and definitely the energy was in the room. The Bucks just won, but damn, so it was definitely in the room.
They won at the beginning of the game. We just don't act like they dubbed them from the start. And as far as you, how do you think that you did?
The energy was crazy. It's a super special show for me because being the band they played together in like a year.
Dude, y'all did amazing. I'm sitting here I said, wow, it sounds like you got a live band. I turn around, folks, you got a live band in there. So that was super dope, and I've never seen you perform ever, ever.
Awesome.
And
was it a good impression?
Dude, listen, I'm sitting here the whole time, you know what I'm saying? You did amazing on there.
That's
you
great.
held the crowd, and I was super excited. Spades, I've seen you perform, but I've never seen you perform at the Cactus Club, and that was